Greetings! Osu has tons of weird expressions, incomprehensible terms and just straight up weird words that don't seem to make any sense. It has been more than 10 years since the start of the game, so it is obvious that the lingo would also evolve. One way or another. In this video, we will be looking at some Osu terms that might not be clear to some players, especially newer ones. So, if you have a friend who just keeps asking, "Yeah, what does this word mean, senpai, uwu? Please tell me, friend," send them this video. They probably made you mess up your top play with their direct message spam. It's only fair. The least they can do is educate themselves. Oh, but you should probably send a timestamped link so they would know nothing about how annoying they are. It will be our little secret. Anyhow, let's get started. Streams are one of the fundamental gameplay elements of Osu, especially on higher levels. The main characteristic of streams is that they need to be played with both keys available for the player, as it is unfeasible to play these patterns with only one key, although some crazy people exist. This makes streaming a whole different skill aspect than jumping. Streaming is not to be confused with alternating, as the alternating way of playing requires a different type of finger motion than streaming. Streams can often be read as one single continuous unit instead of individual notes, which also makes this element difficult for new players to learn. The difference between bursts and streams are their length. While bursts are a couple notes long only, streams can be much longer than that, although there are no clear number of notes where a burst would suddenly become a stream. It is more of a gradient. There are many types of streams. If the notes are spaced out from each other, it is a spaced stream. If there is an increase in spacing between two notes within one single stream, so much so that there is a notable gap between the notes, it is a jump stream. If the objects in the stream are all kick sliders, it is a slider stream, and so on. BNs, or bitmap nominators, are responsible for pushing maps into the ranked section through modding. If a BN finds no unrankable issues, they may give the map a nomination. Then, if another full BN gives it a second nomination, the map will enter into the qualification stage. If no further issues are found during this period, the map becomes ranked. Alternating is a playstyle which uses two buttons in an alternating fashion. Generally, people use the term when the player alternates something that is usually played with a single button. The so-called alt maps are the exception of this exception, as the speed and the arrangement of the notes make it optimal, but not necessary, to alternate them. If you want to know more about alternating, there is an in-depth video on it in the description. Alt maps, or alternating maps, are maps which have a distinct style of obtuse flow patterns that are played the most comfortably if the player alternates. Of course, some players may prefer to single tap these as a challenge, or due to preference, and edge cases also exist. 3 mod mostly refers to the mod combination of hidden, double time, and hard rock. At higher levels, its significance comes from the fact that most 3 mod plays have the maximum approach rate possible, which is AR11. The notes at AR11 disappear after 300 milliseconds, or 0.3 seconds. Accuracy, in the broadest sense, is the percentage value that measures the timing correctness of your hits. In Osu standard, accuracy is calculated by weighing the judgment gained from each hit object by its value and divided by the maximum possible amount. There are 4 types of hit values in Osu standard: 300, 100, 50, and miss. Any hit value besides 300 will lower your accuracy. Accuracy is important in many regards. Higher accuracy awards exponentially more performance points and score than lower accuracy. Your rank grade after finishing a play is also affected by accuracy. In Osu standard, SS rank requires 100% accuracy, S rank requires over 90% 300 hits, less than 1% 50 hits, and no misses. A rank requires over 80% 300 hits and no misses, or over 90% 300 hits. B rank requires over 70% 300 hits and no misses, or 80% 300 hits. C rank requires over 60% 300 hits and everything below that, with the lowest possible rank, D. Silver S or Silver SS can only be achieved by using either hidden, flashlight, or both. To be is a term used on maps which sometimes require two buttons to be pressed at once. According to the description of a really popular to be map, to be means stupid in Chinese. Osugame is the main subreddit of Os. Proceed at your own risk. Silence is the punishment for a variety of offenses, such as disruptive chat or forum behavior, inappropriate player profiles or bitmaps, and many other things. Smaller offenses may be punished with as little as 5 minutes of silence, but the amount doubles if you get silenced again within 2 weeks. Your next silence is always at least double the amount of your previous silence until you can no longer see your previous offense on your profile. Approved is a category that was created for maps which had the potential to give more than 18 million ranked score. When PP didn't exist, the ranked score rankings were the main way players could compete on the global leaderboards. The approved category had been merged with the ranked category back in 2014, so there is no real difference between the two in terms of functionality. Shitmisses are unexpected misses that are made on the easier parts of the map due to the lack of concentration or consistency. As such, this term cannot be used on misses which happen due to a lack of raw skill. Well, that's it for this video. Hope it was at least somewhat useful. If you notice some incorrect details or you think you can give better definitions, feel free to comment them down below. Also, there are a lot more Os words which I haven't covered, so if you have some expressions or terms I missed, write them down in the comments as well. They might be featured in the next video. Until then, see you next time.